The classroom went silent the moment Lily's notebook ripped in half. Time seemed to freeze as everyone's eyes turned toward the center of the chaos. Marcus, the school bully, smirked triumphantly, holding the shredded pages like a trophy. Lily sank into her chair, her fingers trembling as she tried to gather the torn pieces of her meticulously organized notes. The room, usually filled with chatter and laughter, now pulsed with tension. No one dared to intervene, except for the teacher, Mrs. Harper, who was known for her calm demeanor and unwavering fairness. Lily had always been quiet, the kind of student who preferred her books and drawings to loud games or socializing. Her notebooks weren't just pages filled with homework, they were her world, where she poured her thoughts, sketches, and dreams. Marcus, on the other hand, thrived on attention and control. For weeks, he had been mocking Lily quietly, teasing her for being different. But no one realized the depth of her dedication or the heartbreak that one cruel gesture could cause. When Mrs. Harper walked toward them, the air grew thick with anticipation. Everyone expected a stern lecture for Marcus, a warning that would soon be forgotten, but what happened next left the whole class in shock. Mrs. Harper didn't yell, she didn't call him out immediately. Instead, she picked up the torn notebook, flipping through the pages carefully. "Lily," she said softly, "these are beautiful." Then she looked at Marcus, not with anger, but with piercing curiosity. "Marcus, do you see the effort here, the care?" Marcus shrugged, trying to hide his unease, but he could feel the weight of her words. Mrs. Harper turned back to Lily, crouching to meet her eyes. "I know this is hard, it's unfair, but the strength isn't just in keeping your notebook intact, it's in how you respond when someone tries to destroy what matters to you." Lily's eyes widened. She had never thought of it that way. The rest of the class watched as Mrs. Harper did something unexpected. She handed Marcus a blank notebook. "Write something," she said. "It can be about anything, but it has to be honest." Marcus stared, confused. He wasn't used to being asked to reflect on himself. At first, his words were shaky, defensive, but slowly he began to write, not just to escape the teacher's gaze, but because he realized he had never expressed what he truly felt. By the end of the class, Marcus handed the notebook back, his face pale and serious. Then came the part that left everyone stunned. Mrs. Harper announced, "We will fix Lily's notebook together, every page, every word." And that's exactly what they did. The students rallied around her, tapping torn pages, rewriting lost notes, and adding drawings and messages of support. Lily felt a warmth she had never known, the power of a community that refused to let cruelty define her. Even Marcus helped, hesitantly at first, then with surprising sincerity. Over the next few weeks, something remarkable happened. Marcus began to change. The notebook incident had forced him to see the impact of his actions and the courage it took to rebuild trust. Lily, meanwhile, discovered a new confidence, not just in her academic work, but in her voice, in standing up for herself, and in forgiving. The classroom became more than a place to learn. It became a place where empathy grew, where mistakes were met with guidance, and where the strongest lessons weren't in textbooks, but in human connection. By the end of the semester, the torn notebook had become a symbol, not of shame or anger, but of resilience, compassion, and transformation. Lily no longer feared her classmates, Marcus no longer sought power through intimidation, and Mrs. Harper reminded everyone that true strength often comes quietly, from kindness, patience, and the courage to believe in others even when they falter. The story of that torn notebook spread through the school, inspiring other students to act with empathy and understanding. And for Lily, every time she opened the restored pages, she remembered that day not as one of pain, but as the moment she and everyone around her learned that forgiveness and courage could turn even the darkest actions into something beautiful.